First in high definition from the station on your side, this is WAVY News 10.
A routine traffic stop turns into this. Coming up, how the suspect got away.
And someone else hit. This accident deadly. Details on the most recent crash involving a vehicle and someone in the street. But first, we're following breaking news out of Virginia Beach. An SUV that went into a pond with a woman and her children inside.
Chopper 10 flew overhead as crews pulled that vehicle from the water there. 10 on your side, Surrey Crow is live at the scene near Lansdowne High School. Surrey, first of all, is everyone okay?
Remarkably, everyone is okay, thanks to the quick actions of the school resource officer who jumped into action and helped to rescue that mom and her kids from the car in the pond behind me. Now, here's what we do know. Virginia Beach police tell us around 2 o'clock this afternoon, the mom came to the school to pick up her child. They're not sure whether or not she was leaving or going, but somehow she ended up blasting across the medians in the school parking lot and into the retention pond. Police say the woman does suffer from a medical condition that may have caused her to black out. Of course, we do have Chopper 10 video showing the scene of police and a tow truck operator working to pull the woman's truck out of that retention pond. Again, this is just really miraculous when you think what could have gone wrong here. I do want to let you know the name of that school resource officer. His name is Al DeAngelis, and I'm quite sure the woman whose identity we don't know right now and her children are considering him a hero tonight. We hope to speak with him coming up shortly, but what we can tell you here at Lansdowne High School today, a heroic rescue. A woman and her 3 children are okay tonight, being observed at the hospital, but from what police are telling us, this is a situation that could have gone so wrong, and fantastically, everybody seems to be okay. So that's what's going on live from Lansdowne High School. Surrey Crow, 10 on your side.
The search is on for the man who hit a state trooper's motorcycle with a car, then took off on foot. It happened this morning on South Streamline Drive in Virginia Beach. Police say the trooper tried to stop the vehicle when it sideswiped him and crashed into a fence. 10 on your side's Ann McNamara has more on the pursuit. Ann?
Nicole, police say the driver not only survived that crash, but he escaped in a separate car with a different driver. As for that trooper, he suffered only minor injuries to his lower leg in a hit and run police say could have been much worse.
Check on another one, westbound 264 east of Military.
Riding a motorcycle, State Trooper Stephen Sterling tried to make a routine stop on Interstate 264.
Trooper Sterling was on a traffic stop for speeding.
But the problem became much greater than doing 71 in a 55. The driver wouldn't pull over.
I heard a loud siren, and it sounded like it was on the next road over.
When I looked out the door, I just seen the car fly past. And the motorcycle was coming after him.
I didn't know what was going on.
This residential neighborhood became a racetrack for the chase until the driver chose South Streamline Drive as his getaway.
It stops right here.
That's right, it's a dead end. The car sideswiped the trooper's motorcycle. Police say the fence is what finally made it stop, and not giving up, the driver took off on foot.
The next thing I seen is the black guy was running down the middle of the road screaming something.
Michael Garcia was home with his kids. He says he saw the man jump the fence.
I was motioning to get the hell out of here. Don't come over here.
The trooper chasing him did not.
He just lost sight of him once he ran in behind the houses.
Police say the suspect jumped into a black Lexus and is still on the loose in Hampton Roads.
You may have noticed the car that crashed into that chase. It had Florida license plates. Police say they're not sure if the suspect is even from this area. And of course, if you have any information, state police are asking you to call the crime line. Ann McNamara, 10 on your side.
And a woman was hit and killed while crossing the street last night in Newport News. Police say the driver did not see 35-year-old Crystal Palmer as she crossed Jefferson Avenue at Morris Drive around midnight. The victim later died at the hospital. The driver, we're told, will not be charged. It's the 4th similar accident this week. Yesterday morning in Norfolk, a little boy was hit by a car trying to cross at Church Street in Brambleton. He had a minor injury to his elbow. The day before, someone hit an 8-year-old girl in Virginia Beach. Police say she was crossing Sandbridge Road and the front of Red Mill Elementary School to go to soccer practice when a car hit her. She is still in the hospital. And in Chesapeake, police believe a driver was distracted by the sun when she hit and killed 35-year-old Lavette Pearson. Pearson was a school crossing guard. That accident happened Monday outside of Western Branch Intermediate School. And 10 on your side's jam cams were rolling after an accident in Norfolk. An SUV flipped on its roof. This is westbound 264 on Ballantine Boulevard on-ramp. Rescue crews took the driver to the hospital. State police say charges are pending against the driver.
A Norfolk daycare operating illegally is now closed.
I did what I thought I had to do. Our first concern is the children. They've had nothing but loving care other than the one employee and the one child.
For the first time tonight, hear from Larchmont Baptist Infant Care Center's director. 10 on Your Side brought you exclusive coverage after a 1.5-year-old boy disappeared from the care center. Employees did not notice he was missing until his mother arrived to pick him up. The boy was found, but then we uncovered the care center was operating without a license or a valid exemption. At 6, Director Kim Carmi explains the events leading up to tonight's closure.
10 on Your Side has learned a Virginia Beach School Board member is making plans to resign. We've been following this story since last month. Sandra Smith-Jones is currently living overseas, working as a private education company in Saudi Arabia. Andy Fox received an email from Smith-Jones today that says she is working with a minister. She says, quote, "We are having a teleconference. Once he sets it up, I will resign then," end quote. Earlier this week, the Virginia Beach School Board met without Smith-Jones and voted to divide up her duties.
The Williamsburg police station was evacuated this morning after a woman walked in with what she believed might be an unexploded grenade. A city spokesperson says a woman who has a background in military ordnance found the device and brought it to the station. The all clear came about an hour later when a bomb squad from Yorktown Naval Weapons Station determined it was a novelty cigarette lighter made to look like a grenade.
Newport News police say crime line calls helped them identify the suspect they say is using a woman to lure robbery victims. Detectives are still looking for 22-year-old Terrell Keon Williams. 10 on Your Side told you about this robbery on Tuesday and showed you surveillance video of the suspects. Police say a woman is luring men to a location where another man attacks and robs them. If you can help police find Williams, give the crime line a call.
In our economy, the unemployment rate remains at 9.1% for the third straight month. The Department of Labor says employers added 103,000 jobs last month, but that wasn't enough to lower the nation's unemployment rate. 45,000 were due to the rehiring of striking Verizon workers.
And we're on your side, helping you go green and save money. For now through Monday, you can buy energy-efficient products tax-free. We're talking about heat pumps, dishwashers, washing machines, ceiling fans, insulation, toilets, and there's a whole lot more here. To qualify under the sales tax holiday, products must cost less than $2,500 and be certified as energy efficient with the Energy Star and WaterSense designations. We have more information on WAVY.com under Virginia News.
Central Virginia continues to feel aftershocks from the August 23rd earthquake. The U.S. Geological Survey says a 2.1 magnitude tremor happened at 6:42 last night outside of Mineral. Mineral was the epicenter of the 5.8 magnitude quake that rattled the East Coast. Late this afternoon, Governor Bob McDonnell said the Federal Emergency Management Agency denied his request for earthquake damage assistance. That damage is estimated at nearly $15 million.
And 10 is on your side with a warning about a solicitation scam.
I said, you know, everybody here is trying to relax, get their hair done, you got to go. And then he left.
New at 5:30, find out who the scammers are targeting and how you can protect yourself and your money.
Lotto luck paid off for a Virginia Beach man. Hear how he hit the jackpot twice in one day.
Explosions before this fire shook residents of one town awake this morning. We'll tell you what sparked it all.
Temperatures right now in the upper 60s and low 70s in our part of the world. There's a lot of warmer air way out off to the west. That is going to move on in. When? We'll tell you about our weekend forecast in just a couple of minutes.
You're watching WAVY News 10 at 5 with Tom Shad, Nicole Libus, and Super Doppler 10 Chief Meteorologist Don Slater.
Police in Massachusetts are looking for a man who attacked a store clerk. Security camera video shows a man walking into the store Tuesday night and then punching and hitting the woman behind the counter. He tossed the cash register across the store. The victim's son chased the suspect away. The woman is recovering from her injuries.
The fire department evacuated an entire town in north central Illinois after a freight train derailment. The train was hauling ethanol and other chemicals when it crashed and went off the tracks. Several tanker cars exploded and sent bright orange flames and giant plumes of smoke in the sky. Look at that there. No reports of injuries, though. The National Transportation Safety Board is investigating the accident. Flames shot into the air in New York after a tanker truck exploded. The truck was delivering gas to a service station when it blew up. No one was hurt.
Well, playing the lottery paid off big for a Virginia Beach man.
I don't know if I've always been this lucky, but I cannot complain.
This is not his first brush with Lady Luck. We'll tell you how we struck it rich twice next.
Some might call it a winning streak, but what happened to a Virginia Beach man is truly remarkable.
Retired Master Chief Bob Reed had just collected a $1,000 prize at Virginia Lottery's office in Hampton.
But 10 on your sides, Art Kahn tells us it's what he did with some of the prize money on the way home that brought him the big payoff.
A lot of people come to the Miller Mart on Independence Boulevard to buy gas, but Bob Reed's decision to stop here on his way home from Hampton proved to be a decision that was, well, right on the money.
And I'm delighted to present this check to Bob Reed of Virginia Beach. Congratulations, Bob.
Bob won $1 million after buying a scratch ticket with some lottery prize money he collected less than an hour earlier.
Have you always been this lucky?
I don't know if I've always been this lucky, but I cannot complain.
Bob's family is happy about his good fortune, but wife Rita says her husband is in fact a lucky guy.
He is. No matter what he does, he always puts his best, out there, and it comes back to him. He's very lucky.
The prize money will make a nice addition to the pension he collects as a retired Master Chief.
Were you lucky in the Navy?
I think any job that you can spend 30 years in and go all the way to the top, you're lucky, yes.
The store that sold the ticket to Bob is also lucky. Owner Jeff Miller collected a $10,000 check from the Virginia Lottery, and he plans to redistribute the wealth among his employees.
Most of the folks in management work on incentive plans, so this is really going to help them out. And then, we'll give each one of the sales associates a little bonus just because we can.
This is going to be a bummer, see?
Well, not everyone is lucky, but you still have a chance to be right on the money, according to the Virginia Lottery's Kerry Fox.
There's still 8 $1 million prizes out there.
Bob has a simple but sound plan for his $1 million.
Set the family up, and put us in a position where we can work to enjoy our job and not worry about the day-to-day.
In Virginia Beach, Art Kahn, 10 on your side.
That's awesome. It's good to know he's a military veteran.
I got to say, the last thing I would do, though, if I won $1,000, is go back and buy another lottery ticket with that money. But
what would you do? Pay some bills? Invest it?
All that, definitely. But lucky man.
Yes, definitely.
Lucky man. Good job.
Well, Bob and his wife just returned from a rainy camping trip. He says he plans to use part of the money to replace the tent with a new pop-up camper. How about that? A North Carolina man also won big twice. The retired Winston-Salem man won $3 million last November on a scratch-off ticket. Then, this week, he claimed a $100,000 prize playing the same game.
If you're headed to the Virginia Destroyers football game tonight, you'll get a chance to hear the local group who wowed the judges on Fox's new show, X Factor.
I need y'all on your feet right now to sing this one.
Oh, I'm feeling it. For Sure will sing the national anthem and perform during halftime. The undefeated Destroyers, well, they'll take on the Sacramento Mountain Lions at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. Kickoff time is scheduled for 7 p.m. That and lots of high school football tonight.
Now, in high definition, your Super Dot for 10 forecast with Chief Meteorologist Don Slater.
That's the last time I talk ever again whenever we toss the weather. I just can't seem to get it right.
Cue the drums.
Cue the drums.
You know that guy back there, he talks all the time.
Yeah, he does.
It's a perfect segue, too.
Perfect weather for football, huh?
Yeah, perfect weather for
Friday
football. And we got Friday night flights.
And Denzel Washington's in town. Hi,
he
Denzel.
is. Hi.
And I'm on Friday night flights. Hi.
And it looks perfect. Skies are clear as a bell. Temperatures going to be dropping through the 60s into the 50s by the end of the game time. And coming up in a later edition of WAVY News 10 at 6, we'll show you specifically what's going on for Friday night flights. Here's a look at what's out there right now. Skies are clear as a bell into the area again, so there's no rainfall out there. And unlike the past 2 weekends, we got great weather ahead. Now, also, I want to let you know what's going on with Tropical Storm now, Philippe. It's getting caught up in a cold front, and it's moving on out to sea very, very nicely. You can see where we were on the map, and here's where the storm is way on off into the middle of the Atlantic. Kind of a curiosity at this point. 70-mile-an-hour winds. Did have 90-mile-an-hour winds last night, so it's a good, strong hurricane, Category 1 hurricane, but a strong Category 1. Moving to the northeast now at 11 miles an hour, and it's expected to zip on off into the North Atlantic and just plain fall apart. So what's going on for us? Again, absolutely gorgeous weekend. Last 2 weekends were pretty much washouts, and again, especially the 2 weekends ago, a lot of rain right down through the area. Skies are clear as a bell. And they're going to remain that way. High pressure is going to block everything on out away from our part of the world. We'll see a general east to northeasterly wind flow into the area, and all the cloud cover is to the south. Now that's going to build up, and eventually it's going to get let loose, and it will start climbing northward by Tuesday and Wednesday with a good chance of rain. But all the way through Monday, we got terrific weather, and for the kids, many kids, Columbus Day on Monday, they've got a long weekend, so things are looking real, real good. Skies sunny right now throughout the area. I want to show you what's going on with our future track computer model, and we'll set things into motion and just let it run. East-northeasterly wind becoming north tomorrow morning, but mostly a northeasterly breeze at 5 to 10 during the day tomorrow. A few stray clouds across the Outer Banks, especially Hatteras Island coming up over the weekend. But again, basically a north to northeasterly wind flow throughout the area during the weekend. Now, Lynn Haven Inlet and elsewhere through the area, we've got clear skies, sunny skies, same thing this time of day. 66 in Virginia Beach, 68 in Norfolk, 67 degrees in Newport News. Some inland areas, though, into the low 70s. Chesapeake and Suffolk, 72, and Hampton with 67 degrees. High today in Norfolk was 69 degrees. It's not the final tabulation yet, but basically into the upper 60s, low 70s throughout the area during the day today. Lots and lots of sunshine throughout the region. And last night's lows, look at that, 39 in Emporia, 45 Suffolk, 50 degrees into Norfolk. They're not going to be too much different overnight. It'll still be into the low 40s inland, near 50 degrees near the coastline, 52 degrees near the coastline. We'll average things out overnight at around 50 for an overnight low. Skies mostly clear or totally clear during the overnight hours. Now, during the day tomorrow, we'll warm on up into the 73-degree range. Some inland areas likely around 75 degrees. Lots and lots of sunshine coming up for tomorrow. Sunday, look at this, 77 degrees. Very, very nice and warm through the area. It'll be a little cooler at the water's edge, a little warmer farther inland. 80, 81 degrees coming up for Columbus Day. And then we start seeing the cloud cover move in with some scattered light rain late in the day on Tuesday, into Tuesday night, into Wednesday. Cloud cover remains for Thursday and Friday, partly cloudy and 75. So again, we're going to warm on up into our weekend. Lots and lots of sunshine all the way on up to near 80 coming up by Monday.
Feeding your face. Advice from a dermatologist on what to eat to help your skin and you fight wrinkles and acne. We'll also tell you what can hurt it.
New debate over prostate cancer screening for men. Why one government agency says healthy men don't need to get tested. Huh? Details new at 5:30.
When it comes to your skin, you really are what you eat.
What you eat has at least 50% to do with the condition of your complexions. It's all a matter of choosing the right foods that are delicious to eat and also good for your skin.
Dr. Jessica Wu says if you want to fight sagging and bagging, put protein in your diet. Since they're full of amino acids, animal proteins such as lamb, chicken, and beef are also good to eat if you're fighting wrinkles. Some studies link green and yellow veggies to fewer wrinkles. So pick beef fajitas over cheese quesadillas because dairy products are high in hormones. Hormones affect your acne by increasing your oil glands and make you break out. If sushi's in your diet, don't overdo it on the rice since the body quickly turns it into sugar, which is also linked to acne. Beef is high in zinc, which is a mineral that helps fight acne because it's anti-inflammatory. Now, if you're after healthy hair and nails, Dr. Wu says eat your green beans. To fight some of the sun damage, eat tomatoes, dark chocolate, and drink red wine. Yes.
I'm stuffed just listening to that menu. Goodness, the 1985 Super Bowl champions shuffled their way into the White House today. Championship sports teams getting special recognition at the White House. It's nothing new, but why are the Bears getting theirs now? We're going to tell you next. And it might look silly, but it's a very serious cause. Why dozens of men will slip into heels and walk a mile in Norfolk next week. That story still ahead at 5:30.
Hey, Jason.
Hello, Matt. Test, test, test. Hello, hello.
Thank you. Hello, Stephanie.
Hey, Matt. Check, check, check.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Prince Harry is here in the U.S. The UK Ministry of Defense released this picture of the prince as he arrived in California yesterday. Harry is taking part in a 2-month military helicopter training course, the first at El Centro Naval Air Force Facility in California, then at an Air Force base in Arizona. Prince Harry is in the British Army now as a captain. His commanding officer says that Harry will not receive royal treatment.
He is treated exactly the same as any other student on the course, and he wouldn't wish to be treated any differently.
The training involves handling the helicopter in mountainous and desert conditions and live fire exercises. And how about this, a long-standing tradition, baseball, football, hockey, presidents usually meet and greet sports champions at the White House. Well, today, President Obama welcomed the 1985, or I should say 86, Super Bowl champion Chicago Bears. That was the season 1985. Why now, 25 years later? Well, the original ceremony with President Reagan was canceled back in '86 when the shuttle Challenger exploded 2 days after that Super Bowl victory. Now, President Obama admitted today's ceremony was a thrill for him, and he told the team that, quote, "This is the much fun as I've had as President of the United States, and it's sure fun seeing the Bears 25 years later." And McMahon, he wore his headband and sunglasses. A lot of respect for the Commander-in-Chief there. Stay with us. WAVY News 10 at 5:30 starts right now.